Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. So we will start our session now. Okay, so for a start, sit in a comfortable position. Put your hands in a comfortable position and gently close your eyes. We're going to do some breathing exercises first. When you breathe in all the good and all the fresh air. When you breathe out, whatever tension and tightness, whatever feelings of stress and tiredness, whatever negative emotion, negative energy in the body and the mind, we're going to let it all go out together with the out-breath. Okay? So let us try gently. Take a deep breath in. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the second time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the third time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the last time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. Relaxation of the body, if there is any more tension and tightness, any more feelings of using or exerting strength in the body. Gently let it go and let the body abide in a state of relaxation and inaction. Relaxation of the mind. Let us be aware of the state of mind at every present moment. If there is any wantings, any cravings, any expectations in the mind, gently let it go and let the mind abide in a state of non-wanting, non-craving, and non-expectations. Then let the mind abide in inaction. For the mind not doing or thinking about anything in particular. Not having a need for the mind to do or to think about anything in particular anymore. Let these 20 minutes be a time for the mind to have a break from all that wanting and doing. Then let the mind be aware of whatever that manifests to your awareness regarding the body and the mind, moment to moment, moment to moment. Just like sitting on the beach sofa, having your holiday, doing nothing, wanting nothing, just allowing the sight of the clouds, the view of the clouds or the sea to come naturally to your eyes, to your knowing, and allowing them to change, allowing them to arise and perish, while just relaxedly being aware of them, enjoying the state of non-wanting and non-doing. So similarly, whatever that manifests to your awareness regarding the body and the mind, just like clouds or the sea view. So for us, just having a mental holiday, relaxing, being aware and allowing them to rise and perish according to nature. Knowing them moment to moment, moment to moment. With this relaxed mind and body, today let us continue to develop the reflection on compassion. So let us first recollect the beings that are suffering. Then, with a sincere wish for them to be free from suffering, with a tender, loving heart, let us gently, sincerely wish all suffering beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. 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 Then let us recollect ourselves. If we're having any physical or mental suffering, or we just think about the potency of suffering while we are wandering around in this round of rebirth, in this life. With a sincere wish for us to be free from those suffering, let us gently, sincerely, with a tender, loving heart, let us wish to ourselves, may I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. Then let us think of the respected beings, beings that you respect. Let us extend our compassionate heart and wishes to the respected beings also, gently, sincerely, with a tender, loving heart. Let us wish respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. 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 Let the respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. 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 Then let us recollect some of the neutral beings. They can be somebody or people that you meet on the streets, in the shopping malls, in the parks, or maybe just your colleagues at another department in your company. Those that you know that there's this person, but you're not very close. Neither are you having hatred or having a grudge against them. Neither like nor dislike. So let us extend our compassionate wishes to the neutral beings, knowing that they also have their own bodily and mental sufferings and the potency of sufferings that they have to deal with. Let us, with a tender, loving heart, gently, sincerely wish the neutral beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. 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 Let them be free from the vicious cycle, free from suffering and causes of suffering. Okay, so let us gently take a deep breath in. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the second time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. Gently be aware of the feelings of your body. Gently be aware of the feelings of your buttocks touching the cushion. Then doesn't matter whether the experience was good or no good, let the mind come back to the present moment. Then, just like waking up from a deep sleep, gently open your eyes. Okay, so are you guys able to have compassion for the neutral beings also? So one thing, there's some feedback about one of the participants that, hey, one day they feel, they say that when they're doing the reflections, they feel a little bit flustered and a little bit impatient because every day is the same. Every day, relax your body, relax your mind, and send compassion. Every day is the same. Feel a little bit boring. Can you change your choice of words so to make it more interesting? Like that. If you have this kind of a feeling, if you feel bored with the repetition already, if you feel impatient and have that urgency, that rush, wanting to rush into the compassion, if we have this kind of phenomenon happening in our hearts, in our mind, then you can say that that is also one of the results of our defilements. So let me explain why I have to, you always use the same words. It's actually because of the power of repetition. So some words, especially this guidance, when you repeat it again and again, then it gives strength because you know what's coming up. Then you know what to do, right? Then this is one thing. Another thing is, you see, when we want to later progress to meditation, if you want to meditate on the in and out breath, then the in and out breath is an even more simple subject than relaxing your body and the mind. Basically, just sit there, chill, relax, wait for the breath to appear in your awareness, finish. But if we cannot even stand the impatience from this repetition of the relaxing of the body and the mind and the compassion reflection, how will we be able to develop meditation later when you have to sit with the breath for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, right? So it is actually a training, and don't feel shame if you have this kind of experience. It's actually very normal, right? Because in our daily life, we have been exposed to so many objects through our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So suddenly to keep doing something repetitively, sometimes it's easy to get bored. And when you're bored, you're discontented. When you're discontented with the moment, you want to rush into the compassion, you want to rush, and sometimes you may even think, oh, when is it gonna finish? All this maybe because of impatience, okay, and also being discontented with the present, right? So, so if we can recognize this, how do we overcome it? Just recognize it and be gentle to it, and tell your mind that, hey, this is just a phenomenon. You can be impatient, but I will continue to send compassion. I will continue to relax my body and mind for my own good, for my happiness, and for others' happiness. And with that, just be at peace with that difficult or uncomfortable feeling of impatience or rushing into things. Just allow them to arise and perish, and continue to follow the guidance. And with that, over time, with constant practice, generally we'll be able to let go of the impatience and the motion and the phenomenon of wanting to rushing into things. Okay? So that is why we do it repetitively every day, same words, and I say again and again, because repetition gives power. The power of repetition is very, very powerful. It is so powerful that it can even help you into jhanas, into samadhi, okay, into the very exalted states of mind. And how do we do this? Repetition. All right. So if when you are doing any of the series, whether it's gratitude or forgiveness, or loving kindness or compassion, if you have this feeling of impatience or wanting to rush into things, then please recognize it, and I'm sure you can overcome it gradually, okay, with the right mind and tension, okay? Alright, so that's the sharing for today. Wish all of you well, peaceful and happy. Then let us share merits. So repeat after me. Ettavata chamehi Sambadang punya sambadang Sabbe deva Sabbe bhuta Sabbe satta Anumodantu Sabba sampati siddhya. I share my merits with all devas, all beings, all creatures. May they rejoice in the merits. May they be happy. Idame nyatinam hotu Sukhita hontu nyadayo. I share my merits with all departed relatives. May they rejoice in our merits. May they be happy. Idame punyam asavakaya vahang hotu. Idame punyam Nibbanasa Paccaya hotu. By the power of this merit, may it be supportive condition for my purification of the mind till no more defilements. By the power of this merit, may it be supportive condition for my attainment of Nibbana. Mama punya bhagang sabba satanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labantu. I share my merits with all beings. May they rejoice in the merits. May they be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, that's all for today's session. Wish all of you well, peaceful and happy and full of compassion. And see you guys in the next session. Okay? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.